What is your home making buyers feel? Before a buyer ever makes an offer on your home, before they talk numbers, before they think about interest rates or closing costs, something else has to happen first. Something powerful, something most sellers never think about. Your home makes them feel something, and that feeling, it is either going to make you money or cost you money. I'm going to break down every emotion a buyer can feel when walking through your front door, and most importantly, what can you do about it? Let's start with the good stuff, the emotions every seller wants to trigger. The following 7 are positive emotions. The first emotion is happy and hopeful. Buyers walk through your front door and the first thing they notice is light, natural sunlight pouring into every room, making the house feel open and alive. The air smells clean and fresh throughout. The beds are perfectly made, pillows fluffed and inviting. Every bathroom smells fresh and put together. With crisp white towels, a single soft piece of art on the wall, and the vanities are cleared of everything. Showers and tubs sparkle with no sign of mold anywhere. The primary bedroom feels like a suite in a 3-star hotel. Calm, polished, and welcoming. The living room is bathed in natural light. Fresh flowers sit on the kitchen counter, and the whole house smells like a warm Sunday morning. Buyers smile. They don't even know why they feel so good. That involuntary smile, that's money in your pocket. The second positive emotion is excited and enthusiastic. A buyer steps into your backyard and sees a screened-in pool, a beautifully landscaped yard, a covered lanai, perfect for that Florida lifestyle. No dry patches of grass anywhere, just lush, thick grass they can walk on barefoot. A yard where their pets can run freely. A yard where their young children can play games and make memories. Suddenly, they're not walking the property anymore. They are already planning their 4th of July cookout. That is excitement. And excited buyers make strong offers. Hi, my name is Evelyn Malave, broker associate with LPT Realty in Central Florida. I've been selling homes in Winter Springs and throughout Central Florida since 1989. If you're thinking about buying or selling a home, it would be my honor to assist you. Now on to emotion number 3, hopeful. A first-time buyer walks through a home that it's maybe not perfect, but the layout is right. The home is freshly painted, clean, decluttered, and depersonalized. The neighborhood is quiet and the price feels right. They leave thinking, we can actually do this. Hope is underrated. It keeps buyers engaged even when the home needs a little work. The fourth of the positive emotions is inspiration. Your primary bedroom looks like one in a 3-star hotel. Sheer curtains framing the windows. 2 tall matching lamps casting a warm glow. Crisp white linens on the bed. And 1 or 2 elegant silk plants adding just the right touch of life. A buyer walks in and pauses. They don't say a word. They are not looking at the room anymore. They are living in it. That is inspiration, and inspired buyers are emotionally invested buyers. Number 5, calm, peaceful, and safe. Think about a home tucked away in a quiet neighborhood. The moment a buyer steps foot inside, they are greeted by the scent of vanilla or baked cookies. Soft white tones throughout the house. Warm whites and light beiges that feel easy on the eyes. These homes don't have a lot of decor. They only have the basics, but everything is in its place and everything is functional. These homes may not have the latest updates, but they feel calm. And calm is powerful. A buyer walks in and their shoulders drop. They exhale. In a chaotic world, your home just became their refuge. Never underestimate the power of making someone feel safe. Number 6 is pride. When a buyer can already imagine saying, "Come on over, here is our place," you have triggered pride of ownership. A well-maintained home in a desirable community does just that. Pride drives buyers to stretch their budget. And the last of positive emotions is nostalgia. Sometimes a buyer walks into a home and it reminds them of their grandmother's house. The hardwood floors, the big front porch, the layout that just feels familiar. Nostalgia is emotional gold. It creates a personal connection that no amount of staging can manufacture. But smart sellers can absolutely cultivate it. Now let's talk about 6 emotions that kill deals and what triggers them. The first of the negative emotions is disgust. A buyer opens the front door and is hit with the smell of pets, cigarettes, smoke or mildew, the fish or Brussels sprouts you made for dinner last night. And here's what sellers don't realize. That smell isn't just at the front door. It is in the carpet. It is in the walls. It is embedded in every curtain in your living room. It is coming through every single air vent in the house. It has moved in, and it doesn't matter how beautiful your kitchen is. That buyer is mentally gone within the first 10 seconds. So please address odors before you start showing your home. The second negative emotion is anxiety, flickering lights, a water stain on the ceiling, a crack running along the living room wall. Each one of these sends a buyer's mind racing and asking themselves, what else is wrong? What are we not seeing? Is this home going to be a money pit? Anxiety turns curious buyers into cautious ones. Cautious buyers either walk away or make lowball offers. Third negative emotion is feeling overwhelmed. Buyers walk into the kitchen and they see a huge water dispensing machine taking up a lot of floor space. They see that huge stainless steel garbage can by your kitchen cabinets and every small appliance you own all over the countertops. Your windows are dirty, and here in Florida, almost everyone has a sliding glass door, and those tracks are almost always filthy. Every room is painted a different color. Each bedroom has its own laundry basket, and they all smell bad. Too much furniture, too much clutter, too much stuff on every surface. A buyer can't see the home. They can only see your belongings. Their brain goes into overload and they shut down emotionally. Decluttering your home is not just about aesthetics. It's about giving the buyer's imagination room to breathe. I've had plenty of sellers tell me, that's just how I live and we're not going to change it. I completely understand that, but you also need to understand your home will be sitting on the market for a very long time. The fourth negative emotion that kills deals is disappointment. The photos of your home online showed a bright, spacious kitchen, but in person, the counters were cluttered. The blinds were closed so no sunlight was getting into the house, and it feels much smaller than expected. Disappointment is the fastest way to lose a buyer who was already excited. What your home looks like online has to match what it looks like in person. Professional photography and a properly prepared home are not optional. They are essential. The fifth of the negative emotion is suspicion. A buyer notices the texture on one part of the ceiling looks different from the rest. The home has central air conditioning, yet there's a window unit in one of the bedrooms. They see too many settlement cracks on the exterior of the home. They notice patches on your roof. Now their guard is up. And once a buyer's guard goes up, suspicion poisons everything from that moment forward. Every room becomes a question. Every corner becomes a concern. Transparency is everything in real estate today. And if you're not going to fix it, disclose it. If you are going to fix it, fix it. A suspicious buyer is a buyer who is already looking for a reason to walk. The last of negative emotions that kill deals is stress and pressure. Here is something sellers don't always realize. When you're walking into each room with the buyers, that is stressful to them. Buyers cannot freely open closets, linger in a room, or even whisper to their spouse because you're standing right there. Sellers need to make every room available and comfortable for buyers to explore on their own terms. And more importantly, sellers need to step out of the house completely and take your pets with you. Give buyers the freedom to move through your house without feeling watched or pressured. When buyers feel relaxed and in control, they stay longer, and the longer they stay, the more emotionally connected they become. Stress shuts down emotional connection, and without emotional connection, we'll never get an offer on your home. The next four are neutral and cognitive emotions. Not every emotion is positive or negative. Some buyers walk through the home in a state of curiosity or uncertainty. These four emotions are the ones you can still win. The first one is puzzled and confused. A buyer walks into a room and genuinely can't figure out what it's supposed to be. Turning a bedroom into storage, a home gym, or a home office while your home is on the market only adds to that confusion. A buyer does not count it as a bedroom anymore. They see storage, a gym, or an office, and that stops them on their tracks. An office set up in a dining room leaves the buyer thinking there is no dining room. That fourth bedroom you're using as a storage, in the buyer's mind, the home only has 3 bedrooms now because they simply can't visualize themselves living in a room that they cannot recognize. Every room in your home needs a clear, obvious purpose. A bedroom needs to look like a bedroom. A dining room needs to look like a dining room. Show buyers exactly how to live in the home. Because if you don't, they'll draw their own conclusion. And those conclusions will cost you a lot of money. The second one is indifferent and underwhelmed. This one might be the most dangerous emotion on the whole list because at least a disappointed buyer felt something. An indifferent buyer, they will say it's fine and we'll never hear from them again. The type of home that triggers this emotion is a home that has furniture from the 1950s. It has never been updated. The house was painted 30 years ago. The ceiling is no longer white, it is gray. The carpet is over 20 years old. It's not dirty, but it's 20 years old. It does not stink. The entire kitchen is 30 years old. Nothing, I mean nothing has been updated in this home. A home like this leaves buyers with nothing to hold on to. No energy, no inspiration, no desire. Fine is forgettable. Fine does not sell homes. The third one is skepticism. A buyer who has seen a lot of homes start to become skeptical about everything. They have been disappointed before. They don't want to get excited too quickly. Your job as a seller is to eliminate every reason for doubt. Pristine condition, accurate pricing, honest disclosure, and a home that delivers every promise it makes online. And the last of neutral emotion is curiosity. Curiosity is the door that opens to desire. A buyer who is curious is a buyer who is still engaged. They are asking questions. They are opening closets. They are measuring rooms. Curious buyers are still in the game. Feed that curiosity with information, transparency, and a home that keeps getting better the longer they look. This next one is the most powerful emotion, and that is desire. The emotion that changes everything. A buyer walks into your home and something shifts. They slow down. They start opening closet doors, not to inspect them, but because they're already claiming them. They walk out to the backyard and linger a little longer than necessary. On the way home, they're quiet because they're already mentally moving in. That is desire, and desire does something remarkable. It shuts off the logical brain. The buyer who swore they wouldn't go above a certain price, desire makes them reconsider. The buyer who absolutely had to have a pool or said they needed a third bathroom, desire will make them compromise. Desire drives offers. Desire creates urgency. Desire wins bidding wars. Your job as a buyer and my job as an agent is to create the conditions for desire to happen. Here's what I want you to take away from this video. Buyers are not making logical decisions. They are making emotional decisions and then using logic to justify them. The moment you understand that, you will approach preparing your home for sale in a completely different way. Every smell, every light, every cluttered counter, every confusing room, every fresh coat of paint in the right place, it all matters because it feels like something to a buyer walking through your door. If you're thinking about selling your home in Winter Springs or anywhere in Central Florida and you want to know exactly what it takes to make buyers feel the right emotions, give me a call. I would love to walk through the home with you and give you some ideas. I'm Evelyn Malave, broker associate with LPT Realty. I've been helping families relocate in and out of Winter Springs and throughout Central Florida since 1989. And thank you for coming back to my channel, and I'll see you in the next one.